A bad crash last night sent a mother and a 3-year-old child to the hospital. The dad, the 35-year-old driver, is now facing criminal charges. Police arrested Cook Mayak on suspicion of driving under the influence. Police say his blood alcohol content was 3 times the legal limit. Officers were called to 83rd and Harrison Street. Police say Mayak lost control and hit a tree. Reporter Emily Zink has the latest on a family we've introduced you to before. Emily?
Well, Jenny, Ralston police tell me it's amazing no one else was injured while Cook Mike was driving drunk on Halloween evening. They say it's lucky everyone is going to be okay.
For years, Sudanese refugee Cook Mayak had been working to bring his wife and 3-year-old son to Omaha.
You made it! Yay, finally!
We reported that friends and coworkers helped Mayak raise enough money to bring his wife Ayu and son Mayak here. When they finally arrived in mid-October, Mayak told KMTV he was ecstatic to have his family back together.
I'm too happy right now. If I was a dog, I can't make my tail like this.
Mayak and his family are now separated once again. The 35-year-old is behind bars. Police say Mayak crashed his car on Monday evening while driving drunk with his wife and son inside. Investigators say he was 3 times the legal limit.
There was a guy and a lady and a little boy, and they were a little bit noisy.
A gas station attendant who didn't want to be identified saw the family moments before the crash in his parking lot near 83rd and Harrison. He says Mayak and his wife were arguing.
He was here and he punched this ice machine.
The attendant says Mayak drove off around 8:30.
It's inconceivable that, you can drive when you're that intoxicated, but let alone with your wife and kid in the car.
Ralston Deputy Chief of Police Mark Leonardo says witnesses say Mayak drove the wrong way down Harrison. He corrected himself, hopped a curb, hit a sign, hopped another curb, and slammed into a tree by Walgreens.
The wife and the child were sitting on this side.
Leonardo says 3-year-old Mayak was on his mom's lap even though there was a car seat in the back. He suffered facial and head injuries. He and his mom were taken to the hospital.
It significantly could have been worse. If you see anybody that's intoxicated to that level, obviously at a 277, he's got to be showing impairment, and you see him get behind a wheel, call 911.
This evening, Mayak remains behind bars. He faces multiple charges. As for his son, he is expected to be okay. Mayak has worked at the same Omaha business for the past decade. They say they are shocked by this news. They also released a statement. That statement can be found on our website, KMTV.com. Live near 84th and Harrison, Emily Zink, KMTV Action 3 News.